your daughter's soon-to-be husband's PGA Tour star, Dustin Johnson. What's it like having another professional athlete in the family?
Yeah, obviously he's at a whole different level in his career right now. He's been a wonderful father, and he's been tremendous to have around our family, and we like to think we've helped him a little bit. But we never thought, or I never thought once I retired, that I'd have this same sense or this same feeling going into tournaments, that you're pulling so badly and wanting somebody to win so desperately that your stomach hurts when you're watching. And it's probably the same feeling that my wife and my dad had when they watched me play hockey games when we were in the championship games.
Really? That's, I mean, you feel the same way when watching him?
Sometimes I have to turn away if he's got a putt, or sometimes, you know, I get nervous if he's got a shot, you know, but that's because you want someone to do so well. That's because you're pulling for them so badly that you get this anxiety inside you that you want them to be so successful. And listen, he's an elite athlete. He's an elite golfer, obviously, and he's got the ability to go to even another level, I believe, and good for him.
Much like anybody at points in their life, he went through some tough times in 2014, and he has publicly said you were one of the key people in his life then, and has been very complimentary of your role in all of that. What was important to you to pass along during that period?
Listen, in life, nobody's perfect, and you know, everyone has, in there's some point in time in their life, come to that sort of fork in the road where you got to make a decision. Okay, is this what I really want to do, or am I happy sort of bumping along? And I think for Dustin, that's really what happened to him. He got to a point in his life where he said, you know what, I don't want to just be an average player. I want to be the best player I can become. And from my point of view and Janet's point of view, we just gave him sort of that support and that belief that every athlete needs. I don't care which athlete you are, even the greatest athletes in the world have to have that confidence. And if you don't have that confidence, then it doesn't matter how talented you are. And I think he really came to that realization on his own. And from what I saw and from what I know of him and being around him, and obviously I was around him a lot, I think really his life changed more so than being around Janet and I and Paulina. When he was disappointed he didn't make the President's Cup team, I believe in 2013, when he was 9th player and he didn't get picked. He wasn't a captain's pick. And I think that really shook him up to a point where, as Janet had said to him one night, you know, don't put your fate in anybody else's hands, control your own destiny. And I think that's when he really made the decision as a professional athlete, I'm going to control my own destiny from now on. And from that point on, he just became a different, probably, person and a more complete golfer than he is today. And he's a special athlete. More importantly, we love him to death. He's just a wonderful young man.
Which has to make the success he's now having all the sweeter.
It's so much fun because we personally saw the effort and the work and the commitment that he's put into it, and the time. There's a lot of great athletes in the world, and you know, my dad always said, no matter how good you think you are, there's somebody out there that's better than you are. So you better be ready the best you can possibly be, or you're going to be on the receiving end of that loss. And I think for Dustin, everyone knew how good he was, and I think that the last person maybe to understand and realize to what level he could get to is maybe himself. And
why do you think that was?
Some people, it just takes longer to learn. Every athlete's different. Some athletes learn it at 20, some athletes learn it at 25, some athletes learn it at 30. And I just think from his point of view, he just finally said, okay, I'm not going to be content winning once a year. I want to go out there and win a lot. And I think he's put in so much work now, not just from the golf, but physically getting ready to play golf. He's in better shape than he's ever been in. And as I told him in Pittsburgh this year, when he played so well and won the U.S. Open, physically that's about as good a shape as I've ever seen him in. He's always been known to be in great shape as an athlete. And I think he's even gone to another level now.